All right, y'all. So it's gonna be like a quick little hygiene lesson, basically, on how I properly clean myself, how I learned to basically clean myself on my own, because I had nobody to teach me, nobody to really necessarily go into full detail. The closest thing I've gotten to as far as learning how to conduct myself hygiene wise was when I first started to get my cycle, and my aunt taught me how to basically dispose of the pad and properly wrap it up and things like that. So, all right, as you can see, this is supposed to be a diagram of what a vagina looks like, all the way down to the anus, which is your butthole. And so you got the clitoris, urethra, the outer layer, the inner layer. You got the vaginal opening, and the hymen is down there. The hymen is that little blockage that's over inside of your vaginal opening. That little blockage thing, that little pink thing that's there, that's your hymen. Some women's hymens fall off early on, even if they're virgins, not virgins, doesn't matter. And some women's hymens take a longer period of time to fall off. So here, when I'm washing, myself, on the outside, you wash yourself with whatever body wash that you use. You wash the outside. You wash all of the outside, even all the way down to basically where, even between the crevices of that, entering of where your butt is, all the way up and down, all in between those crevices, all on the outside, which is very important because the inside of your vagina is very sensitive, and that is why you are told whatever body wash that you do use, even if you use a specific vaginal body wash down there, it's best to use it for the outside, because anyway, it slips through the crevices anyway to the inside. But I'm gonna get to the inside regardless. So yes, you make sure you wash yourself really good. Whatever body wash that you use that. You also, once you're done washing, the outside really good, all in between those crevices. Even if you're tired, you're just feeling lazy, and you don't feel like getting in between the crevices, you have to get in between the crevices. You really do. And when you get done with that, you get down to your anal hole. You need to wash all in between your crack, all in between all the way up into the hole, all the way around in it, far as you can, pretty much going on up there. Like, you need to get all up and through there with the body wash, all the way up in there. Don't be scared. Do not be scared. That's one thing. You can wash the inside of your crack all the way up until your anal hole. You can keep going and wash, rinse, wash again. Do it at least 3 times to make sure you're getting that done. And then for the inside, you take whatever sponge you're using, wash rag, also make sure you're changing whatever it is that you're using to wash your body with. Change it out every couple of days. I feel like everything holds bacteria for the most part. So it's good to continuously change it out, your towels and your rags. So once you're done with that, for the inside, you take whatever you use to wash your body, or, you may have something specific, whatever you use on your body and you use in your private areas, you can have a separate, like thing, each separate sponge, whatever, for each area. If you just want things for your specific private parts, as far as your underarms and stuff like that, and you just want something else for your body, and then definitely whatever you do use for your body, do not use it on your face. So that's another tip right there. But for the inside, whatever sponge you use, so you take it, you wet it with some water, just some water. You make sure you wipe in between. So in between where you see where it says vaginal opening, that in between, right where it's going near your vaginal opening, in between there. And then what you're going to do is, a lot of women don't know about that, a lot of girls don't know about this, is that clitoris part. You see that little light pink part above where it says clitoris? That is the flap that protects your clitoris. So you have to be careful with that. This is the reason why you don't use soap anyways on the inside, because it is very sensitive and you can damage it quite easily. So when you pull it back, because you have to pull that back, you have to use the sponge to wipe in between that area too. Because what can happen is your vaginal like discharge. What if when you have that throughout the day, it can get all stuck in that flap, basically. So it gets stuck in there, and you probably don't even know it because you're not paying attention to it, and you think that you're washing really good and you rinse really good, but that whole flap, you miss that whole flap if you don't pull it back. It's just like a guy that's uncircumcised. He has to pull back the skin to wash himself properly. So another thing too that you can also do is use wipes. Use wipes. Get me these little cottonelle wipes. Use these wipes. All right. Use those throughout the day. It helps with it doesn't leave any residue like tissue would. So that also keeps you cleanly. It also helps with your pH and, not you getting yeast infections and all of that good stuff. And also too, I use a pH balance, boric. This is the boric acid pH balance soap, but there's plenty of pH balance soaps that's out there. Whichever one that you use is good to use that too. And this is just the basics on how to just really clean yourself and keep yourself good down there. I'm not even getting into the nitty gritty of if you're sexually active, and that's a whole nother ball game on how to protect yourself, because now it's a little bit more going on with your pH. It's a lot easier to just properly do the basic cleanings of yourself and making sure you're good down there when you're not sexually active. When you're sexually active, you have to take extra steps to also make sure you still stay clean and you have your natural smell and all of that good stuff. So too, another thing that I also love to do is I take my this is the scrub, the exfoliation scrubs. They have like so many different scents of these. I use this after I've done cleaning myself properly. I use this on all of my hot spots, which is my underarms, the outside of the vaginal area, and inside of the crack up in that, to your anal hole. I use that properly after I'm done properly cleaning myself. That is for, just to keep, that's just for the scent, and also exfoliating the skin down there, especially if you shave. It's better to use like a bikini trimmer, if I had to be honest. A lot better, a lot easier, a lot better to use a bikini trimmer for real. I didn't know that until way later. It's a little bit lighter on the ingrown hairs, but I also do have this serum that I recently ordered that's supposed to help with that too. This is for people who don't get waxes, because not everybody gets waxes. And then too, not everybody really feels like getting in between the crevices when they shave themselves, because you have to get in between the crevices when you shave yourself, because otherwise what's the point of you shaving yourself? But it helps with that, exfoliating the skin after having it smooth. That helped a whole lot with like ingrown hairs for me, or just irritation period. When you get itchy after shaving sometimes and things like that. I used to use like the magic shaving powder, but it started to burn. It started to irritate my skin too much. So I had to stop pretty much, but I used to use that. But yeah, it's so many tips, but the basic things, if you do those basic things daily, there's no way that you cannot smell better, or there's no way that you're, the way that you discharge and the smell and everything is going to stay consistent. It has to stay consistent. There's no way that it's not going to, as long as you properly clean yourself and all of that. And then it's even extra steps after when you get off your cycle, because that's a whole nother step. But thank you for watching this video. If you learned something, go ahead and, let me know, drop down in the comments if you have other advice that I did not cover, because I didn't cover everything in this video, because there's plenty of things to cover. It's a plethora of things that women have to do to take care of themselves, honestly, especially the older you get. But I appreciate you guys for watching this video, and until next time. Oh, one thing that I forgot to add is when you are wiping yourself, you're supposed to wipe yourself from, you see how your urethra is up there and then your hymen is down there? You need to wipe yourself from up to down. So basically front to back. So down, and then, you fold it, do the fold method, wipe again, fold, wipe again, toss it. If you need another one, you follow the same directions from the top to the bottom, fold, from the top to the bottom, fold, from the top to the bottom, fold, dispose. I've got bad at it.